Alright, hello! Welcome to the show! Where I die. Over and over.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
If you ever want to tag me in.
Well, hopefully the first one will be forgiving, honestly.
We'll see. Let's just wait. I usually count to like 30.
Where is the time? Oh, there it is.
It's up ahead. Don't miss it. Turn around.
Just setting myself up for success.
And go! Remember how shitty these controls are? At least this was consistently shitty. So far you're doing pretty nicely.
Yeah, it's going okay. We'll just see what kind of time I have to get.
Hopefully nothing too up there.
I probably should have waited a little bit longer.
Yeah, probably. But oh well. You just gotta keep in mind that you catch up to them pretty fast.
Yeah.
Not bad though.
Went well.
42 seconds, 43.
I feel like that went really well, so I'm actually kind of hopeful.
Hopefully. 5-cent soda.
I'm not sure how much faster I could have gone.
Nice! Hell yeah!
Right.
GG. He ran over your bike. The GGG. Oh no. They're coming. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, gems here too. Oh yeah, because you needed the purple.
Do you want to do this?
Okay.
Don't you have some fun?
Fuck it. I'll get some gems. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Alright. Alright, I wanna see if this works. Hold on, I gotta move back. You ready for this? No, not anymore. Oh well. Okay, let's get a move on. Let's get us some gems, boys. 12 of 95, more like already might as well have them all.
Yeah, you tell them. Whoever the hell you're talking to, that is.
Cortex. I hear you. So I'm gonna have a feeling that I'm gonna have to backtrack. Oh, I remember this. I remember this bonus stage.
Oh, is it hard?
No. I remember it
did
because...
drive you crazy?
Nah.
Oh, sorry.
It's cool, I guess. This was one of them that drove me mad because you...
Was it because I'm such a good player?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Damn, that was nicely timed. Good job.
Thanks.
With a single second to spare. Ant pulls a victory out of his...
But, as usual. Eat. The elite eat.
The elite.
Look at this. I don't even need to get that switch, because check it! I got abilities now! Get out of here. I don't even care about your Wampa. Get out of here. So why don't you tell me something interesting about your life?
We took Hyro to the city.
Yes, I heard Hyro was here last week, and I fucking missed him.
It's just terrible.
What'd you guys do?
Well, we went to the city.
Well, yeah, but what you doing yesterday?
We, when we got off of the train, we went to, Image Anime.
Love that.
And we were, like, dicking around in there for a while. A real while. Just looking at all the stuff that they had. We were talking about, like, one of the employees about model kits or what have you. And, freaking, it was really funny. Rob bought, like, a freaking Astolfo figure, like I was telling you, and Astolfo's a trap.
Yeah.
We were just, like, making fun of him, calling him gay. Peter was wondering, like, oh, do I get, like, I don't remember what her name is, but she's, like, the sniper chick from Gun Gale. She's like, do I get her, or do I get Bulma, in a bathing suit? And we're like, well, flip a coin for it. And then, I think he ended up going with Bulma. So he said a Bulma.
That's what I would have
on
done,
himself.
because Bulma is the best wife.
Milk Mommy.
Milk Mommy.
Yeah. So, we were in there for a really, really long time, honestly. It was a lot of fun, though, I gotta say. After that, we went to go and get something to eat. We went to Tabata Ramen. I don't know if you've ever eaten there. But
Yes, you took me there once when we went with Pablo.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Yeah, I want to go back. Though I have found other really good ramen places around the city that I enjoy, that I've gone to with Jessica, because it's more near her dorm. Excuse me! Oh, yeah, I'd rather not game over.
Yeah, I don't want you to game over, right? Just plumb terrible.
Instead of plum slam. We can do the Hin Mansion. The European Hin Mansion. With the repainted graphics. Yoy. What the fuck?! Why do I keep dying?
You're bad.
You're getting rusty!
I am not getting rusty. It's because this game's his deck is low. For some reason, he's not staying crouched. And it's really frustrating. I will never get rusty with Crash, except fucking always. Fine, I'll just go the fucking easy way. Look at me, I got fucking lives. Now I get to go back. Oh, Haba Soba. I just gotta... Okay. I gotta really pull out all the crash stops here. Don't squish me. I'll kill you. There we go. No! No!
Oh, I remember this stage.
Yeah. Now we can go through the other portion.
The gems give you power. I just do a slide jump. Just playing it super safe.
Yeah.
Nice. So gay.
Sugoi!
So fucking gay.
Very nice, Caesar Twine. You ever notice that sometimes in One Piece, Sanji calls Nami Nami Swan?
Yeah.
I love
Nami
it.
Swan and Nami Chuan. It's because he's trying to be like super cutesy.
I know, I love it.
It's so funny how much like him and Robin like just they don't like despise his advances, but they just ignore them so incredibly outright. Why do you even bother with the monkey?
Because he bothers me. He reminds me of Phil.
It's funny.
Nami Twine! Baby Twine!
I got Luke like a Star Platinum plushie, and I also surprised Jahan because I didn't get him anything for his birthday, so I bought a mobile suit for him called the Advanced Jinx. And like when we left, I basically like surprised him, and I was like, "Here, this is yours." So he was pretty happy about that one. After that, after we went to go get something to eat at the Bada Ramen, like I said, I decided to try cold noodles because I've never eaten cold noodles before, and I'm like, this sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why the hell not? And it was really, really tasty. After that, we walked to Midtown Comics, and Danny was hitting on like this really short Asian lady, which was like super funny. We were totally like making fun of him for that. Then we went to like this Japanese bookstore, and we were like looking at books and stuff like that. I found this really, really thick Metal Gear Solid like art book.
Ooh.
It was like huge. It looked like a freaking like textbook, but it was like $75.
Ooh.
And I was like, cool, but no.
Yeah.
And oh, 2 balls but no cow.
Such is life.
Then we walked to Central Park, and we were sitting at Bryant Fountain, or not Bryant Fountain. I'm sorry, I got that confused with Bryant Park, which is right in front of the Japanese bookstore. We went to Bethesda Fountain, and we were sitting there for a while. We saw like 5 guys with freaking Segways, and they had like anacondas wrapped around their necks, and they were like taking pictures with people with the snakes. So that was pretty cool. And then after that, we had to go back to the train, because we had to get back into Selden to go to Hibachi, and we fucking had to book it to the train.
Oh, God.
We ran, like, 12 blocks in, like, 15 minutes.
I've done that, too.
And it was just like, oh my god.
I've literally
so tiring.
run to the train from Jess's dorm to Penn Station, which is, like, a good, like, 15 blocks.
Yeah.
In, like, the span of, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. Like, you have to haul ass. And, like, thankfully, every time there's a red light, you have a moment to, like, stop and just, like, catch your breath.
Yeah.
But, like, friggin' Peter was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm like, I know. Wow, you're so cool, Ant.
Thanks.
This platforming is, like, this is the level of platforming that I want to see you do in friggin' Mario Galaxy.
And it'll never happen. Never.
It's like a bunch of dinners. I thought you were gonna get freaking bouillabaisse. Oh, do you not have to worry about the doors closing?
Nope. Let me try.
Let me try! Yep. Definitely textbook. Textbook.
Hell yeah! I haven't lost it one fucking bit.
Nice. Still got it! Fucking 88-year-old Ant says.
I still can play Crash. I can play Crash Bandicoot. I need my medicine. Help me! My blood pressure! Help me! Help me, homie! Help me!
Dancing every day.
I don't care.
You know that those are like... You know those relics are like an Egyptian symbol, right?
Yes.
I don't know what they mean.
Me neither.
Can you look it up for me?
Can I look up fucking stupid
know.
shit?
Well, no, because the guy that you play as in Assassin's Creed has that symbol on him too, and I like want to know.
I'll look up
I think is it the symbol for a moon, which is like the god, the godly gods, the godly gods.
Have fun going fast.
There was a cat. I was at the gas station that's by your house the other day,
Yeah.
or not the other day, but last night, and there was literally just a cat like just up and chilling, and I like drove up to the cat and I was like, meow, and it looked at me like so seriously, and I was like, hey, bye. The end.
You're like, who the fuck's invading my territory? Like, oh, it's a stupid game.
Alright, well, instead of looking up your stupid bullshit, because it might be in here anyway, how about some trivia about the relics?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
The Sapphire relics were originally called Silver relics in early versions of Crash Bandicoot Warped.
I'm glad that happened, because that was a shit run.
Due to confusion because silver looks similar to platinum, it was changed to bronze, but it eventually ended up as sapphire. In Crash Bandicoot Warped, as well as the later platform games and the remaster of Crash 2, a good tactic is to hold off on the time trials until you get the Crash Dash power, which makes getting relics much easier. In Crash Bandicoot the N Sane Trilogy, time trials and relics are fully implemented into the remasters of the first two games, save for relic lock levels and the gem obtainable by collecting every gold relic or higher. However, the criteria for retrieving 2 hidden gems from Hang 8 and Plant Food remain the same, independent of the time trials. In Crash Bash, there are only 2 types of relics, gold and platinum. However, gold relics have a green jewel in them instead of red, and platinum relics look like sapphire relics. Also in Crash Bash, relics are not obtained in a time trial mode, but rather in relic challenges, which is actually pretty fun in that game. The platinum times in Crash Bandicoot 3 Warp are not displayed until after beating Cortex. The relics resemble the Ankh, an ancient Egyptian symbol of life that can be seen on the moving platforms in the Egyptian levels of Warped. Visual changes made in N Sane Trilogy bring them closer in terms of appearance. Relics were going to be used in Twinsanity, but they were cut.
Tell me about the Ankh. I want to know more.
I'll read the entire Wikipedia. I'll read you about the Millennium Ankh from Yu-Gi-Oh! An object or design resembling a cross but having a loop instead of a top arm, used in ancient Egypt as a symbol of life. The Ankh is an ancient Egyptian hieroglyph ideograph symbolizing life. The Egyptian gods are often portrayed carrying it by its loop, or bearing one in each hand, arms crossed over their chest. The Ankh appears in hand or in proximity of almost every deity in the Egyptian pantheon. The Ankh symbol was so prevalent that it has been found in digs as far as Mesopotamia and Persia, and even on the seal of the biblical king Hezekiah, whatever. Tzatziki sauce. Teriyaki Szechuan.
Nice.
The symbol became popular in New Age mysticism in the 1960s. Unicode has 2 characters encoding the symbol, U plus 2625 in the widely supported miscellaneous symbol block, and U plus 132F9 in the more recent Egyptian hieroglyph block. The origin. There have been many suggestions and theories as to the origin of the Ankh symbol. Alan Gardner explains the hieroglyph as a depiction of a sandal strap, which came to be read phonetically and could be used for the similar word live, a triliteral root probably pronounced annex in Old and Middle Egyptian. This verb and its derivatives are likely ancestral to the Coptic words to live, life, and eternity. One of the earliest proposals was that of Thomas Inman, first published in 1869, according to which the symbol combines the male triad and the female unit. E.A. Wallace Budge postulated that the symbol originated as the belt buckle of the mother goddess Isis.
Yeah, ISIS.
Andrew Hunt Gordon and Calvin Schwab, in their 2004 book The Quick of the Dead, speculated that the Ankh, Jed, and Waz symbols have a basis in cattle culture and with semen, thought to originate in the spine, being equated with life, with the Ankh representing the thoracic vertebrae of a bull, the Jed representing the sacrum of a bull's spine, and the Waz representing a staff made from a bull's penis. History.
The Ankh.
The Ankh appears frequently in Egyptian tomb paintings and other art, often at the fingertips of a god or goddess, and images that represent the deities of the afterlife, conferring the gift of life on the dead person's mummy. This is thought to symbolize the act of conception. Additionally, an Ankh was often carried by Egyptians as an amulet, either alone or in connection with two other hieroglyphs that mean strength and health. Mirrors of beaten metal were often made in the shape of an Ankh, either for decorative reasons or to symbolize a perceived view into another world. A symbol similar to the Ankh appears frequently in Minoan and Mynetian sites. This is a combination of the sacral knot, a symbol of holiness, with the double-edged axe, a symbol of matriarchy. But it can be better compared with the Egyptian Tiet, which is similar. This symbol can be recognized on two famous figurines of the Chthonian snake goddess discovered in the Palace of Knossos. Both snake goddesses have a knot with a projecting loop cord between their breasts. In the Linear B script, Ankh is the phonetic sign Za. The Ankh also appeared frequently in coins from ancient Cyprus and Asia Minor. In some cases, especially with the early coinage of King Eulthan of Salamis, the letter Q from the Cypriot syllabary appeared within the circle Ankh, representing Q Prion Cyprians. To this day, the Ankh is also used to represent the planet Venus, the namesake of which, the goddess Venus or Aphrodite, was chiefly worshipped on the island, and the metal copper, the heavy mining of which gave Cyprus its name. Coptic Christians preserved the shape of the Ankh by sometimes representing the Christian cross with a circle in place of the upper bar. This is known as the Coptic Ankh or the Crux Ansata. The end of the Wikipedia page for that shit.
Oh, that was interesting. I like the Ankh. I like its design.
It's a nice symbol. I also liked its use in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it acted as a key to your mind. No,
I know.
it was Shadi.
I just felt like saying hi, but we just said you.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was actually really fucking cool before the card game ruined it.
The other way around.
No. It wasn't originally about Duel Monsters, always. It was actually a really interesting manga about shadow games that weren't just Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the first chapter has Yugi, when he finally solves the Millennium Puzzle, duking off against a bully that beat the shit out of Joey and Tristan. In a game of a test of greed kind of thing, where they had a bunch of money that Yugi like owed the bully for protecting him because Joey and Tristan were his bullies at first. And he's like, no, I didn't want you to beat the shit out of them. So he's like, alright, here's the money. I'll give it all to you if you play this game with me. And he's like, okay. He's like, so what you gotta do is you gotta put all of the bills on top of your hand. And then you can take as many bills as you want as long as you obtain them by stabbing the bills with this knife. So you can't stab too hard, or else you'll stab your fucking hand and you'll lose. But if you don't stab enough, then I might get more than you, and I'll win. So basically, the guy decides to try to cheat, and just be like, I could just stab you, and just take all the money. And Yugi's like, haha, no, penalty game. And now he's fucking insane.
Oh, he just lost his mind.
Basically, Yugi made it so that he sees everything as money. So now he's just like, money! Money! And everybody's like, what? Yeah, Yugi, like, fucks up a lot of people in the original manga. He burned a man alive. Because he was going to kill him and Taya.
That's really funny, actually.
Like, that game was... He's like, alright, I'll challenge you to a game. You have to pick a finger, and for the remainder of the game, that is the only finger you are allowed to move. And he's like, well, I'm holding a gun, so obviously I'm gonna pull the trigger. And he's like, alright, I choose my thumb. So he grabs a lighter, he's like, alright, game start. And so he's like, alright, the fuck you gonna do with that? And then Yugi's like, hey, guess what? Catch. And then he made it so that he dropped a lit lighter on his hand. And then he's like, alright, so And he's like, wait a second, I'm pouring myself an alcoholic drink right now, and because I can't move anything else, I can't stop pouring, so it's spilling everywhere, including on me.
Oh.
If I shoot this gun that now has a lighter on the same hand, the lighter will fall and I will die.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot you anyway. So he shoots him, and Yugi just dodges the fucking bullet, and then he fucking goes on fire.
That's pretty cool. But not as cool as Kaiba throwing cards into the gun hammers.
That is very true. Also, sure, I'll try. Also reminding me, Kaiba tried to legitimately kill Yugi once because he beat him at Duel Monsters.
Oof. Oh, he was that salty?
Yes.
That's really funny. That's good sportsmanship.
Indeed. Yeah. Oh, you fucker. Yeah, nope. Die. Any good manga you've been reading lately?
I found this one that's pretty cool. It's called Shin Ashura.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like a manga about this guy who has like a unique fighting style. He basically like when he punches people, he like crushes them.
Okay.
Like they get like their body parts like dented in whenever he punches them. And they're like, how can this little shit punch so fucking hard? And he's like, because I'm good at fighting. So it's basically about like different like corporations in Japan, like multi-million yen corporations or whatever, a billion yen, whatever the fuck you want. They basically have like this underground fighting tournament where they either sell like a huge percentage of their company or like the rights to their company to other businesses, and the way that you like win the game is you get your own fighter to represent your company and you have them fight other fighters that represent different companies, and it's basically just like a fighting tournament. And basically like the main character is like, I just want to be the strongest, and he works for this trading company, and it's basically just about like the adventures of like him and his representative like fighting a bunch of other people, and it's just really cool. Like they had this one arc where they had to fight this guy called the Medicine Man, and the thing about the Medicine Man is regardless of whether he won or lost the fight, the fighter that he versed would always die during the last round or like a little bit after the fight ended. So it was all about like the mystery of like finding out like what the Medicine Man was doing to like kill his opponents. Mm-hmm. And they were like, he has to be using a weapon, but like before they enter a fight, they get checked by the referee to see if they have anything, and the ref could never find anything on the Medicine Man, so they're like, he's using a weapon, but like how the fuck is he getting the weapon into the ring? Like how is he getting it past the body check? And that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, really good. It's also really funny to see like all the shit that happens. I love how he just laughs at you.
Another interesting arc that I just remembered from the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga. It was when Bakura was first introduced as a transfer student. Because, you know, he has the Millennium Ring, so he has, like, that evil Bakura inside him. The way he traps Yugi and his friends in a shadow game is literally by playing D&D.
Oh, really?
Because the reason why Bakura doesn't play Duel Monsters much is because his character is actually just more interested in tabletops. He'd rather play D&D than fucking Duel Monsters.
Okay.
So, like, he traps them in the world that he's DMing.
Alright, go on.
So, it's literally like they become their characters, and if they die in the game, they die for real. And it's just a really good arc, and also the final arc of the whole manga before Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist happens. Which is when the card games start. Like, for real. Instead of just being, like, versing Kaiba. And in that manga, there isn't 7 Millennium items. In fact, only, I want to say, 5 of them are shown. Maybe only 4. Yeah, 4, because there's the puzzle, the ring, the Ankh, and the scale, and that's it. Because the only other Millennium item users that are shown in that manga are Shadi and Bakura. Whoa. There it is. And now we have all the color gems, and that's where we're gonna end it today.
Yeah.
You seem a little tired.
I am pretty tired. This game takes a lot out of you.
It's very true. Well, I'm Bottles.
I'm G.
See you later.